Hello, beloved sisters, and welcome to this very special message. Happy International Women's Day. This message could resonate with both men and women, especially if you are a divine masculine and you resonate with divine feminine energy. You're connected with your inner divine feminine. And also maybe having past lives as a woman and, really resonating with that as well. So anyways, but today is a message for my sisters, for the divine feminine, for the empresses, for the goddess. And this message today, today's message is brought to you by the goddesses who have stepped forward today to hold space in this message. And I am pretty certain I will be channeling a message for one of them. I don't know who, but we will see. But the goddesses holding space, the sacred space today is Goddess Isis, Mary Magdalene, and Mother Mary. So in honor of that, I am going to start with the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. Many of you guys are sisters of the Rose. You resonate with Isis's, Isis magic, Isis's energy, Isis's teachings, ancient Egypt. You guys are ancient souls. You've had lifetimes, many lifetimes. For a lot of you guys, you have had predominant lifetimes as women. Where you've been the woman, you've been the mother, you've been the archetypes in these ways. You've mastered a lot of that. But you've also had lifetimes as a man, I'm sure. Okay, we all have. It's like a balance. Okay, but predominantly the woman. Today, your ancestors are here, the women are here, your sisters, your sister ancestors, the grandmothers, right? The ancient ones, the crones, the wise women, they're all here, they're all with you. And specifically, they are really honoring the fact that they know how difficult it has been to come back here to earth, to reclaim your divine sovereignty, to reclaim your throne, because we have returned to be the divine feminine's rising once again, to reclaim our divine sovereignty, our throne, our truth, our voice, our power, our magic, our wisdoms from the patriarchal rule, from the false matrix system. We are here showing and lighting the way, and kind of breaking the ice, breaking the ground, opening the doors, the pathways for other souls, both men and women, right? But we are here liberating ourselves while also bringing forth healing, forgiveness, and liberation from the chains of man, from men, from living so many lifetimes where we've been voiceless, we've been controlled, we've been abused, we've been beaten and murdered. And, there's a lot of injustice, that we have endured that has been thrown upon us. So that's why the goddess is here today. The ancestors, the women are here today to really, come in and say, we know how you feel. It happened to us too. Thank you for liberating our bloodline. Thank you for liberating, for healing and for balancing karma. We bestow gifts and blessings upon you now. Please receive these from us. Okay, so there's a lot of honor and support and gratitude and love coming from the women connected to you, and the goddesses and the divine feminine energies connected to you in the spiritual realm too. Okay, we have 3 cards that came out here, you guys. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we have. First card is open. Say yes. Expand through the extremes and trust life. I love how she's just like open and she's just like receiving. She's open and she's receiving. I just said that about like the ancestors wanting to gift, you know, gifts and bestow these gifts upon you. And then, you know, but it's like, please be open to receiving. I think that's what I said. And then the very first card is open, and she's receiving. Okay. She's receiving healing. She's receiving activations. She's receiving what she needs at this point in her journey right now. But it's literally like, say yes, give us permission. Also just saying yes more in life. This is open. What is the opposite of open? Closed. So for a lot of the divine feminines, for you guys, like this is a message of remembrance. Okay. So it is very clear about remembering who you are right now, honoring like how powerful you are, how powerful you are. You have felt so much defeat and brokenness that has become your story. And that's programming, that's conditioning. We often get conditioned not just through patriarchal rule and societal structures and, you know, family stuff, but it quite literally is the experiences that we move through that define and start to shape us. Good experiences open us up, make us feel joy. We feel full of life. But then the bad experiences, they become heaviness. They close us off. They shut us down. They make us feel hopeless and defeated. Broken. Where we have a really hard time bouncing back from that. Or we bounce back like so much, but we're still carrying that weight and story. Multiply that by, right, infinite, you know, experiences that you have endured, not only in this incarnation, but in many incarnations. As well as this thing that your ancestors experienced too. You are not just here with your karma and your stuff, but you came here holding the karma of your entire lineage and ancestors. That's a lot. That's a lot. A lot. If you really sit and you think about it. That's why today, I feel like this is so beautiful too, because it's like today, you know, we are moving further into March. We are moving further to the lunar eclipse, you know, Venus is in retrograde, Mercury going retrograde, or, you know, full retrograde. There's just a lot happening. We have like, they call them like a Kazemi, where like 4 planets basically like align with like the heart of the sun. Like it's a very powerful time, especially for the divine feminines, because you guys have been doing so much work. That's why it's like you had to open yourself up. You were so shut down and so locked up and so, you know, it was like in this self-imposed prison. And yes, it's self-imposed because, you know, we have free will. We have free will. So the things that have happened to us, you know, even if they were things that were projected upon us, we have the free will choice to let that become, you know, a jumping off point into, you know, a really, you know, into healing, etc. Or we have the free will to kind of just carpet sweep it, bury it, go into survival mode, and then keep pushing forward and keep moving forward. That's what we've all done at some point on many levels, many times. So reprogramming that, rewind, you know, that's what it is. It's like hitting the rewind button. Actually, it's just like hitting the erase button. Quite honestly, it's not even rewind. Excuse me, because that's not true, because that's what we were doing, was like hitting, you know, it was a constant like rewind because things weren't really healed or processed. So that's what you've been moving through. You've had to open yourself back up, open your body, your chakras, your heart, your mind, your you know, your gifts, like your spiritual gifts, like, right? But you've had to do all this expanding and integrating. Your expansion has been happening through very extreme situations and circumstances in life. Expand through the extremes. That's an initiation. That's a huge initiation. Like I just said, you have the free will. We all have the free will to be like a turtle and go back into the shell and, you know, out of fear, or we can choose to expand and open and bloom and blossom like the rose. Once again, embracing our thorns and our petals and saying, I'm worthy. I deserve more. You guys, there's a hummingbird. It's a little green hummingbird. That's the second hummingbird I've seen. So yesterday I was, no, I'm sorry, excuse me. It wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. Or maybe it was 2 days ago. No, I'm sorry, excuse me. It was Wednesday or Thursday. Today's Saturday. It was Wednesday or Thursday. It was the day that I officially announced the Sacred Magdalene Codes retreat in southern France that I'm co-hosting with a beloved sister, Priestess, and songstress of the Magdalenes and of the Isis and Hathor lineages as well, and her beloved divine masculine counterpart. Anyways, that's like that day I went out and, you know, like we're moving like into spring where I live. It's already spring for me. It was the first hummingbird and it flew right up to me and like fluttered around for, you know, a few moments and then flew away. And I knew that was from Mary Magdalene coming, you know, she came in and she was like, here we go. Like, it's all happening. The hummingbird represents rapid movement. It's the only bird, like their wings are propellers basically, but they're propellers that can go forwards and backwards. That's how they're able to go and fly backwards, right? No other bird can do that. They are a very big message from spirit. And right now across the field up in the sky is it's a flock of like some kind of like blackbirds. Maybe they're crows because they're pretty big. It might be crows. But they're, I don't know if it's crows or not, but anyways, but they're flying in a V, okay? So you might be seeing the V-shaped like birds like in flocks, you know, that could be a message or confirmation for you, or you will see them after this and it will be a message from the goddess, from your divine feminine ancestors, from the women, you know, etc. Okay, so anyway, so open and then trust life. That was another lesson and a big initiation because, you know, you as a woman, you've been shown every reason not to trust life. You've been shown every reason not to trust men, not to trust people, you know, even trusting yourself. 333 on the timer. Thank you, my beautiful ascended masters. Thank you, goddesses. The rose garden, innocence, finding your innocence. That's the inner child once more. Reconnecting to that innocence. Because as a woman, there is a lot of shame, especially when it comes to romantic partners, lovers, you know, people that you gave your heart to. They shamed you. They called you names. They shamed your body. They knew your biggest weaknesses because you felt safe at one point to open up. You felt safe, like you were in a safe container to open your heart and your soul to someone or to these people. And then what did they do? They took those wounds, those insecurities, those regrets that you already hold shame for, you shame yourself for, and then they held it against you. 444 on the timer. This is the kind of stuff that stole your innocence. For some of you guys, you are, you know, You've had men take your power sexually. In many lifetimes, you've known this. You've known this. You hold trauma in your womb, in your yoni, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, because of these horrific acts. This is reclaiming your innocence, learning to nourish yourself. For some of you guys, you really, okay, the rose is not just a powerhouse of energy and magic and, you know, the lineage of the rose and, like, you know, a sacred priestess lineage. And, you know, the rose is, the rose itself carries a very, very, very high vibration of healing, especially with the heart. Just having roses in your home or around you. But look, it's the rose garden. And I keep hearing that song, you know, I beg your pardon, I never promised you a rose garden, right? People who just throw expectations at you and on you, carrying the weight of the world for everyone else. That is what we are not doing anymore. We are not putting ourselves last and everyone else first. We are divulging in our own rose garden, our sanctuary of healing, of magic, nature. Some of you guys, you really like need to plant a garden this spring. Plant flowers outside your home, put them in flower pots. You really need to connect with the earth. You really need to connect with the elements and earthing. That's a form of grounding. That's a form of creating. That's like really powerful work with your earth and with your physical body, grounding your physical body, grounding, connecting with earth, and then, you know, creation, that sacral chakra energy. It's passionate energy, you know. So there's something with that, you guys, where you really need to connect in that way too. That's guidance. But anyways, forgiveness. Be gentle with yourself. It's time to forgive those who have siphoned your power, who have stolen your power, who have overpowered you, who have dominated you, controlled you, hurt you. Because when we forgive in that way, you guys, we free ourselves. Otherwise, you're going to keep carrying that anger, that rage, that resentment. It's time to turn that rage as a master alchemist, which you are, as the priestess, as the empress, as the divine feminine. You're allowed now. Before, in other incarnations, and even in this lifetime, earlier on in life, or a few years ago, or last year, I keep hearing partnerships. A lot of you guys, you have left behind these partnerships where you were controlled. You know, your husband is making all of the choices, all of the financial decisions, all of the big life decisions. You know, when we buy a new car, it's their decision. You know, when we do this, it's their decision. You know, if you need money, a lot of women that I've worked with have been codependent financially on a husband or a partner in that way. And that is a huge block. It's a huge reason why a lot of women are afraid. They're, you know, they don't trust themselves enough to, and don't embody enough self-love. And this is where the lessons are and stuff, but they don't embody that enough to, you know, have that strength to go, no more, I'm done. I trust in myself. I'll be taken care of. I can figure it out. You know, the unknown and the void in that regard is very scary. And, they will stay in, you know, the hell that they know, you know, as opposed to the heaven that is unknown. Be gentle with yourself today. Be gentle with yourself every day. Do gentle, loving sacred feminine sensual things, you know, body oils, self-care baths and routines, you know, massages. Like, it's really like, honestly, like pampering yourself in these ways, you know, giving yourself a facial, you know, a manicure and a pedicure, painting your nails, you know, spending time outside, being in a relaxed energy, not an action energy, you know, really allowing the to-do lists and, you know, the 3D, like, you know, the 3D world that's forever moving and going. You have to, that's Empress energy, is like, there's a surrender and a release of that. She's in her heart. She's, you know, content. She's relaxed. She's joyful. You know, she's not worried about the to-do list. She's not worried about, you know, she's not worried about any kind of pressure from, you know, someone else's expectation, whether it's a boss, a partner, a family member, you know, coworker. Like, she's in her element. She's in her heart. And when she's in this space, in this energy, nothing can trigger her. Like, nothing can get to her. Like, she's just very, right? Calm, stress-free, worry-free. Be gentle with yourself. The Holy Grail. You are the Holy Grail. You are your own Holy Grail. Stop the endless search. That's a huge lesson for women in this lifetime. And it ties again to, you know, abandonment wounds, partnerships, father wounds, mother wounds, where you're constantly going outside of yourself, seeking for love, seeking for money, seeking for confidence, seeking for compliments, seeking for comfort, nurturing, you know, everything is outside until you start realizing it's all inside. Coming from you, coming from your womb, your heart chakra, your sacral, your third eye, your vision, your heart. These birds of prey are very significant. You guys have a deep connection with the birds. Birds are messengers of the divine, heaven, you know, seers of the other realms, and, you know, the hawk, the eagle, the osprey, the owl, the falcon. I'm also getting the vulture. So if you've seen any of these birds recently, or if you see them, you know, in the coming days, weeks, etc., that's confirmation of this message. Because you rediscovered the Holy Grail within, you are now receiving the Holy Grail without. It's like Ace of Cups. It's overflowing abundance, overflowing love. This is infinite energy. It keeps pouring. It's the endless fountain. It's the infinite flow. Because just like, see, like the flowing energy right here, because you're in the flow. You are the river. You are the current. You are the stream. You are the rose. You are the vessel. You are the love. You are the portal between heaven and earth. Literally, women are a vessel, a temple for a soul to come in and to take root and to grow life, and then she births a soul, human, into the 3D realm, from heaven, from the stars, from the cosmos, onto earth. That is wild. That is wild. Women are sacred. Look at the feminine, the doe. Deer are going to be significant as well. You can bet your bottom dollar. I just saw 444 again. You can bet your bottom dollar that your stag, your king, he will be standing here very soon, if not already. For many of you guys, you're already in Hieros Gamos soul marriage union with your person. And you've completely surrendered up the divine flow of life with faith. And that is bringing in your person, because you are the embodiment of true divine love. You are the embodiment because of everything you've been through and all the healing and all the things. You know what? Let's go ahead and... It's time to remember your power. It's time to step into your power. And it's time to let go of the ego identity of who you've been. You have been reborn anew. This birthing cycle right now that is just beginning, you're going through the rebirth right now. You're going through the birth. Like when a new baby comes into the world, it's seeing the world for the first time. You need to allow yourself to wake up each day, releasing the old and those experiences and those traumas and pains, the memory of it that holds no true heavy substance energy, but you hold it, and it's like a 1,000 tons. Let it go and allow yourself to wake up in the rebirth version of who you are in this truth, seeing each day in the world like you're seeing it and experiencing it for the first time. Each day is a new vibrational point of attraction, meaning each day you wake up from your sleep before the mind starts racing and you start going. In that moment, you can very easily just think of 3 to 5 things immediately that you are just so grateful for as soon as you wake up. Let your heart chakra expand. Let that set the tone of your energy for the day. And then tell yourself, today is a new day. Miracles are happening for me today. Everything flows to me and goes in my favor today. Today feels incredible. So on and so forth, every single day. Abracadabra, you are magic. Divine Feminine, you are magic. Your past lives are coming online very, very heavily. Many of you guys have been queens. Many of you guys have been kings. You've been the wives of kings. You've been the high priestess council and magi's for kings and for queens. You know in your blood that you are royal, that you are powerful in your soul and in your heart. Abracadabra, what you want, you will get. Know your magic. Know your words hold power. Your thoughts hold power. Your whole energetic field and body hold power. If they are all in alignment and they are all on the same page, your power and manifestations and all the things they will come like that. You're very connected to the stars, born of the stars for some. You're very connected to certain periods in time, like when they used to wear like dresses like this and those head wraps. Some of you guys don't really like tight, you prefer like more loose clothing, and flowing clothing. You don't like tight clothing because you've had many lifetimes in very tight corsets. I have that same trauma I have that same thing from wearing corsets through so many lifetimes. I hated them. I hated them, but I endured them because I had to. That was kind of the name of the game for many of us women in past lives. There was so much pain, but because of what was expected of us, we endured it. We endured so much pain. Now we're in a lifetime where we have a choice. You have a choice. You are magic. It's time to remember your magic, and it's time to remember that you have a choice. You hold all the power. The only power that others have over you is the power you give them. That's the power anything has over us, is the power we give it. Especially things tied to fear. Be open, because you've expanded through the extremes, and now you're open. The doors are open for you. The doors are open. The abundance portals, the love, you know, it's all open and flowing. And if you're still going outside of yourself, if you're still seeking a divine masculine, if you're still spending every day praying someone comes in, you have to stop that endless search, and you have to go within, and you have to find that true love, divine counterpart love within yourself, for yourself. 35, a long way home. It's been a long way home. Hot air balloons can be significant. Elephants could be significant. You've always felt unsafe and far from home, like you just never fit in, because you had to learn to become your own sanctuary. You had to learn to become this holy grail energy within. You had to release the fact that maybe your parents are never gonna give you that love that you seek, and that attention you seek, and that praise that you seek. You have to accept the fact that maybe the people around you are never going to be your cheerleaders. You have to, right? We've all had to come to the conclusion that we are the ones that are our own saviors. So we started doing the things and creating the life and the experiences and the healing and all the things to where we became our own home. So we no longer felt a long way from home, because we became that home. We became that energy, that love. That we told ourselves how proud we are of ourselves. We lifted ourselves back up on our own. We created careers and businesses on our own, success on our own. You went through college and right on your own. You gave birth with people around, but you did it on your own. You are no longer a long way from home. Also, the things that have the things that are yours, that are like your 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, that have been like far away from you, they are no longer far away from you because of your manifestation and how you've risen up. Now they're here. The red garden, I love it. Look at how beautiful. Look at how abundant. There's so much life. Nothing in this card speaks of death. It's all life, color, vibrancy, good energy, love, beauty, adventure. There's a calm serenity here too. The red garden. There is something so profound, you guys. Some of you guys have a bird familiar, or you're very called to parrots or birds. And I've always wanted a pair of lovebirds. And I really, really want to get some, but I don't know if, you know, I'd have to hang them from like the ceiling and have like a cage that, you know, so, you know, Sage could not, you know, jump, which would be easy, but anyways, I'm just like, I love birds. But anyways, this little parrot here looks like to me like a lovebird. Number 8, as above, so below, infinity symbol. You guys like the 8s, 888. That's going to be a really powerful message for you guys, that you are literally standing in your red garden. It's just a garden energy that you are in, that's all around you, and that you are embodying. That you're embodying. I love this. You know, and the color red, you know, that's romance and love, and, you know, it's connected with like the Magdalene energy too for me. But it's also like, I'm also seeing like red lipstick for like red lips. Like maybe some of you guys, you know, maybe that's a thing. Like it's, for me, it's very sensual energy, like sexy, sensual, connecting with your sensuality more. You know what I mean? Like, dressing and wearing things that make you feel empowered and sexy and feminine and womanly and like, you know, empressy and priestessy, and like, who cares what anyone says or how people look at you? Like, that is another thing about the endless search of going outside of yourself. Who cares? Let's get a tarot card for the Divine Feminine, please. The world. A whole new world. A whole new world. You are a spiritual leader, the Hierophant. People believe in you, but you've had to learn a lot. You've had to learn to have faith and belief in yourself. You're here as a spiritual leader to inspire truth, hope, divine teachings, divine truth, to show others the way back to the soul and to God, true God, real God. This also shows me, oh my God, and then the Fool. Are you kidding me? The World, the Hierophant, and the Fool. This also is confirmation of patriarchal rule and how you have ended a massive cycle connected to lifetimes of programming under patriarchal rule, meaning if you're watching this, you know the truth. You know that religion is man-made. You know that, you know, they turned Jesus into something he was not. You know that, you know, Catholicism and Christianity is to keep people in fear, sinning, going to hell, all of that. You've broken that, and now you're showing others the way too, by just embodying that truth. This is like all the programming under patriarchal rule and all of the pain and the horrifying things and the trauma, all connected to man, to men, and to the church. Okay? It's over. You learned the lesson, you cleared the karma, but now you have to give yourself permission to step fully into this new version of you, this clean slate. This is 0 point energy. This is that waking up every day, a new day, going, today's a new day. This cycle is done. That is me no more. I freed myself. I freed my ancestors, my lineage. You are now the Fool. But you're the Fool this time. You're the Fool you're the awakened Fool. Meaning you're ready. That's why you don't need anything real material and earthly. Like, you're good. You know how to manifest. You have faith. Now you have experience under your belt. You're not walking blindly into this brand new rebirth, like fresh energy cycle. And all of the things that are flying, I mean, it's beautiful. See, exactly. Holy, 4 major arcanas. The Star. reconnecting with your dragon fire, your dragon energy, your kundalini, your sexual energy and power, your sexual essence, your sacred sexuality and sensuality. You embody the same power as this dragon. This dragon, that man has no chance against that dragon. Man knew that they had no chance to control the world as long as the women were in their power. So what did they do? They created a books. They sat on false thrones, proclaimed themselves high priests and priests, and told lies. Now that is done. Now the sun shines upon you. Your red garden has bloomed and blossomed. For some of you guys, you you really need to look more into the sacredness of your period. It's a powerful, powerful time for the woman. It's a powerful time to manifest for the woman. Okay. There's a lot of stuff tied to our cycles that is very high level alchemy, healing, magic, quantum healing, just a lot. So ask your guides, your ancestors, the goddesses to guide you to more information about that. Okay, I will be talking a lot about this stuff on my new channel. I'm pretty sure which name I'm going to go with. Okay, you guys. So I'm planning to, I have a lot going on, just with like recording and then like working with clients, but then also like, we just officially announced, our Magdalene code, retreat in France, in September, which if you guys are, this is like the perfect video for me to share. And of course I'm going to be sharing in all my videos anyways. The dragons are very close with you. You guys hold, it's dragon fire. You hold that dragon fire within. You're working with the dragons for a lot of you, or you're about to start working with the dragons. You're on the dragon path. You're on the dragon path and the priestess healer remembering path. Okay, but anyways, the star card literally is wishes fulfilled. You are in a new time. It's a brand new cycle. You've chosen to follow the voice of your soul. Okay? On this new path. Your free will is in alignment. You're on the right path. That's why the stars are aligning. Okay, that's why your spirit guides, your divine feminine warrior ancestors and guides and angels and dragons, they are fighting off any kind of like men who want to come in and take from you, or lovers or partners who want to come in and take from you. They're protecting you from distorted masculine energy, and egos. They are, right, like predators, like any kind of predatorial energy where they want to siphon or disrupt or whatever it is. They are literally like protecting you because you are in alignment with the stars aligning and you are in this energy. Nothing is going to affect that. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here. I think I'm going to get like an oracle message, like just to like wrap up as we go. If you guys are interested in hearing more about this Magdalene retreat, it is a 9-day retreat. Stellar and John have been doing these sacred retreats all over the world, you guys, for 10 years. Stellar is like, they are both high level like channelers, and so but it's a direct very strong connection with Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. So I just saw 4444. Thank you, you guys. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Mary. John embodies Yeshua, and she is the embodiment of Mary Magdalene. And they are not, I'm not saying they are Mary and Yeshua. It's an embodiment, okay? And they have a very deep connection where both Yeshua and Mary have, they guide them directly, very sacredly, you know, in their work. But anyways, you guys, if you want to hear more about this, this is, if you resonate as a sister of the rose, you resonate with as a high priestess, you resonate with the, you know, ancient world, Atlantis, Lemuria, Avalon, you resonate with goddess Isis and ancient Egypt and, you know, all of this, then this would be absolutely in alignment for you. So anyways, in the comments, I pinned the YouTube video that I created just a few days ago, all about this, all about Stellar and John, their work, what makes their work and this retreat so different than like all the other retreats out there. You know, you guys see them left and right, they're everywhere, and we're not saying this to diminish anyone else or any, you know, compare apples with oranges, but I do know, and that's what they know too, that their teachings and what and their knowledges and wisdoms are direct from the source, right? And you're not gonna find this anywhere else on earth at this time. I say at this time because now they are in a deep mode of really helping and getting their teachings out there, not their teachings, but Mary and Yeshua's teachings, the true teachings. So this is what we will be receiving. And then also all participants will be getting certified in Stellar and John's white flame training, which is a very, 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 you guys, I mean, I've been wanting to do this training with them for like a year or more now, okay? So I'm really excited myself to receive this in September, but it is like, when we say high priestess, high priest, and we go into the quantum and we do really huge extractions and healing work and, you know, timeline healing and like, you know, just all this stuff. That's the stuff, that's the big, you know, that's the stuff that everyone wants to know how to do. You know, they want to know how to do that kind of work. Well, on this retreat, you will learn that. And you will be certified level 1 and 2 in the holy white flame temple and teaching. So you can literally, we will be able to come back home from France and we will be able to immediately, if we wish, and if it, you know, if that's what the person chooses, but we can start teaching other people the white flame training and also using it to heal people. Okay, so it's so cool and so beautiful and so powerful, you guys, and you will not find this white flame temple training anywhere else. It is kind of like, I mean, you might hear other people talk about like the holy white flame, just like violet flame or this or that or whatever, but it's not the same as what I'm speaking of here. So anyways, it's just so beautiful. Then we're going to sacred sites. We're going to the Cave of Mary Magdalene, sacred pools. I know there is an Isis pool. I know we're going to just sacred places that are, you know, some of these places are very known. As you know, they're known to many around the world as these sacred sites to Mary Magdalene and the Knights of Templar, the Sisters of the Rose, all of that. But we will also be going to sacred places that Stellar and John were guided to specifically by Mary and Yeshua to find and to discover. And they have found and discovered these places. We are going to be visiting vortexes, sacred, you know, stargates, and pyramids. Just there's so much, you guys. A 5-star hotel, a personal chef to cater, vegan, vegetarian, regular meat options and food, like spas, hot springs, beautiful sacred lands and landscapes. Like, it's just everything you would want in a true priestess, sacred, you know, this is for men and women, you know, sacred retreat. plus the certification, plus all of the wisdoms and, you know, everything that Stellar and John will be sharing. Like, I cannot wait. It is such an honor and privilege. So if this sounds like something that you want to learn more about, it is in September the 20th through the 29th, 6 months away. You know, payment plans are an option. There's a big discount for anyone who can put half up front, you know, and then pay the rest maybe through payments or whatever. And then, yeah, so it's $250 USD to kind of open up the space and get your foot through the door. So it's a deposit. So you do a $250 deposit, and then what that will do is that will, we will schedule a Zoom call where you will connect with Stellar and John and myself. You can ask all the questions. We go over all the things about the retreat, the sacred sites, the, you know, all the things, the pricing, everything. And if, you know, after that, like you're feeling it's not in alignment for you, then you will just receive your deposit right back. But if you wish to go further, then, you know, then the deposit will go towards your retreat costs, right? So anyways, you guys, it's all there. And then, you know, pinned in the comment below. And then if you want to work with me one-on-one, you know, through a one-on-one quantum, you know, healing session, an Akashic record, past life reading, I do, you know, general psychic mediumship, spiritual readings, you know, looking into whatever it is that's weighing on your heart or that you're seeking, you know, insight into. I do 20-minute Ven sesh. Like, it's all there below. Okay, I love you guys so much. You know, I have to talk shop because there's new people coming in every single day. You know, and, you know, so of course I have to share. I have to share. I want to get a message, like an angel message for you guys, for my divine feminines. Okay. It's time to let your primal queen, your primal shaman, healer, earth angel, priestess come out. You know what I mean? Like, really, like, for a lot of you guys, it's about like moving your body. If you have physical body injuries and things where it's harder for you to move, do what you can. Because, and of course I'm not a medical professional, so you have to use discernment. You know, these readings are entertainment only, but for a lot of people that I've worked with and that I've witnessed, their physical body pain and like the maladies that they've incurred or that they have or whatever it is, it stems right from trauma. There's other things going on. So if you can get your body kind of moving a little, there's a lot of, because a lot of people get wounded or they're injured, so their body is in pain or their body is, you know, stiff, or they have, you know, joint pain or arthritis or whatever it is. But if you can start, but a lot of that is because of a lack of movement in the body, a lack of healing, a lack of movement, a lack of processing. So the energy manifests physically in the body, creating more pain. So my point is that if you can start moving your body a little bit day by day, doing whatever it is, and shaking up that energy, getting that energy to like move and like shake up and clear, it's gonna help you tremendously. But for the rest of you guys, like, it's about putting on drumming music, you know, shamanic rattles, drumming, you know, songs that are empowering and that you can like dance to and really just let your body go and not think about the movements and try to control every move that you're dancing. You know, it's letting your body just free flow and move. And it doesn't matter how ridiculous you look, how, you know, or whatever. Again, like, that's ego, you know, judging yourself. Oh my gosh, I probably look ridiculous right now. Like, no, you look like you're freeing yourself from some stuff. You look like you're enjoying yourself. You look like, you know, it's like the kind of dancing that every person wishes that they would let themselves do, but they don't. That's why when you see other people, like, you know, just they do a video and they post it and they're just like living their best life, dancing and just moving, and like, that's why it like uplifts you when you see that kind of stuff. It makes you smile. It uplifts you. It makes you like, oh yeah, like get it, like, you know. And the next thing you know, you're moving. They've got you moving too. There's a reason for that, right? Okay. So happy International Women's Day, you guys. Of course, I had to do an honor, you know, an honorary. I had to. I had to do it. The inner child. Wow. Okay, hold on. You guys have like a lot. I'm not reading them all. This is a message. What did I say? Relax. Be in the Empress energy. I talked all about that. Relaxing. You know, we're not in a place of worry and fear and stressing about every little thing and all the things. No, it's about relaxation, because there is positive change occurring. This is about, it's happening because of the oneness within. Make sure you're coming into that oneness. Stop going outside of self. Oneness and accept it. It's accepting all parts of you. The shadow and the light. The thorns and the petals. Right? Stop shaming ourselves. We have enough people out there shaming us as it is, judging us as it is. We do not need to be out there doing it to ourselves on top of all of that. And that goes in many different ways. Your inner child and the invitation. I said the inner child, the inner child. I talked all about the inner child with this, the innocence and the forgiveness. Stealing your power, or, you know, being forced to grow up way too young. Seeing things at a young age you never should have witnessed, maybe between your mom and your dad, or at school, or between other adults, or, you know, or you witnessed something when you spent the night at one of your friend's house when you were young that, you know, you weren't supposed to see. I don't know. It could be literally anything, but it's to children. And then a lot of times children feel like they can't say anything. They can't voice it or say anything. You guys, like, okay, your inner child, nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty that you hold within you. It's time to express the beauty. Again, I reiterate, who cares what anyone thinks? We live in a world where a formula exists for everything, yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, simply just nurtured. Regularly set aside some time to just play. Exactly. See, I told you. Just moving your body, dancing, you know, getting outdoors, playfulness, creativity, like having fun, watching movies you loved when you were a child, or music you listened to when you were a child, or I don't know, you guys, but your inner child needs you. Invitation. Okay. This is from your guardian angel and the angels that watch over you. We, your guardian angels, ask you to invite us into your heart. Talk to us at any time. Share with us your fears and your concerns, as well as your joys and your pleasures. There is no need to be formal with us, for we have known you since before the dawn of time. In fact, we know you better than you know yourself, and we love you just as you are. You're divinely held and supported just as you are. A lot of times people stress out over, like how that card said, there's no need to be formal. There's no right or wrong way to call on us, basically. Like, there's no right or wrong way to see us. Maybe you don't see us at all. Like, a lot of times people get hung up on that. Like, you know, am I doing it right? Because I'm not hearing these voices come through, and I'm not seeing apparitions, and I'm not, you know, no, that we get too hung up on that. We get too hung up on that kind of stuff. It's not about that. They said, just talk to us. Give us permission. I give you permission, my angels, my guardian angel, my angels, to help me through this, to help me release control and surrender, to help me love myself, to have strength. Okay? But you also have to be meeting them halfway. You can't be asking for all of this stuff and then do nothing to change or to co-create with it, you know? And sometimes, like, you know, a lot of humans have been, we've been conditioned to go outside of ourselves for a savior, right? The government will save us. The king or queen will save us. The president will save us. Government will, wrong. Wrong. Jesus is coming and he'll save us from our sins. Right? The rapture is coming. The Savior, the Savior. That's wrong. There is no Savior. We are our own Savior, right? But that's what humans, we've all been conditioned to go outside of ourselves for safety and for Savior and for, you know, there's always a higher power that will save us from something. And that's just not the case. And so anyways, I remember where I started saying that. But if you are still watching this, mi amors, congratulations. You have taken back your power. You have risen upon your throne. And now you are truly ready. You are on this new fool's journey, in this new cycle, this new version of you, this new enlightened, powerful, you know, more healed, you know, more elevated, you know, more experienced version of you. Release that other stuff and be open to receive all of the beauty that's coming your way in this new cycle. I just saw 111. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Again, congratulations and happy International Women's Day to all of my goddesses out there. I love you.